Hi guys, welcome to another vlog. This is the last series of this particular travel, so stay with me. I'm going to share with you something that happened to us on this trip when we were coming back from Baltimore, Maryland to Spokane, Washington. I'll tell you the story very soon, but remember that whenever you're going through any challenge, eat first. Eat. Okay, this is us going back into the plane. Okay, so we just we just go to Denver, and because we had to reschedule our flights, we are getting a hotel voucher to stay for the night, and we are leaving tomorrow at 11 a.m. So see you. We do not have our bags, so we just have our backpacks with us. Really have much. Let's see what we can do with it. And this is an experience, it's an adventure, so yeah, it's good. So this is exactly what happened. We are coming back from Baltimore, Maryland to Spokane, Washington, but we're going to go through Denver, Colorado. We got to the airport early, we checked in, we were so ready to board our flights, and everything was looking smooth. So we entered into it's a beautiful plane, and in fact, the plane took off from the gate and was moving just before it flew, or just before it was about to fly. There was an announcement that we had to go back to the gate for a mechanical check. So they were supposed to do a check on the plane. I don't know whether they skipped it or they did it and then they later realized that it was going to be dangerous to fly. So we had to go back to the gate. We waited for 45 to 50 minutes and they told us that the issue is still being resolved, so we should deboard. By this time, we had missed our connecting flights from Denver, Colorado to Spokane. So when we got off the plane, we went to speak to the customer service agent. They asked us to join a queue. They said we should start boarding the plane again. All those who were having connecting flights were still in a queue. We were waiting to see what could be done. Some people started boarding the plane before we realized there was another announcement that they should get on the plane again. So just before we got on the plane, those who had already gone on were asked to deboard the plane again. And this time it was a weather condition. We were just feeling calm in our spirit. Like we were tired, but we were not angry or anything like that. We were just calm. So when we spoke to the customer service agent, she told us to speak to the customer service agents when we get to Denver, because in Baltimore they will not be able to help us. And we said okay. So when we got to Denver, Colorado, we spoke to the customer service agents. So they wanted to make it look like our flight delayed because of weather. But the first problem was a mechanical issue and not a weather issue. So after calls and whatnot, we got a hotel voucher and meal vouchers to get meals from the airport. So by this time it was almost 11 p.m. and we had to go to a certain stop to wait for the hotel bus. We waited here for an additional hour and 30 minutes and we were so tired. I was so hungry. I couldn't wait to get to the hotel to eat.
Hello. So be careful what you wish for. I'd always thought that it's nice to have your flight delayed in a way, and then you miss the next flight and the airline books a hotel for you. You stay in the hotel, you have a very nice breakfast you enjoy before you continue your trip. But it happened to me and it was very stressful. Even though we got a hotel, we had a nice breakfast, it was okay, but it's too stressful. It's not really worth it. Yeah, be careful what you wish for.
We got to the hotel around 12 midnight and we slept. And then we woke up and we were happy that even though this was an unpleasant situation, we've entered into another state in the US, which is Colorado. And we've spent a night there, so we are going to add it to our books. One thing we could learn is that if your flight delays and it's not a weather condition, you can request for a hotel voucher and a meal voucher and you're going to enjoy yourself. But just know that you need a lot of patience to be able to go through this, because people had jobs to go to, people had like things to go and do, business meetings, but they missed all of that, right? We don't know why God does what he does. And while I was sharing this with a mentor, well, his dad wrote a book, Why God Does What He Does. And I read that book before this trip. I didn't know I was going to experience this in the trip, but I read that book before that. And we're just thinking about the fact that, well, we don't know. Maybe God was preventing something. We do not know. But we are just grateful for life and time to spend together. So this is a little story of what happened when we're coming back from Maryland. We hope that you enjoyed our story. And remember that God always has a reason for the things that happen to us. Type in the comment section what you would have done if your flight was delayed and you missed your connecting flight. What would be your first reaction? I want to read that. So please write that in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.